Hi, my name is Arleen, and with the help of my grandson Aiden, I am going to show you how I make cold brew coffee. It took me about 6 months of watching those videos and experimenting before I got just the right technique. And now I'm going to show you how I did it. Okay, now let's start with making the cold brew coffee. The secret is my coffee bag. And we take just a regular filter, dollar store filters, and we fold it in half, just like this. And you make a crease. There's two ways you can now do it. I normally do it the staples because it is easier, and just at the edges, just staple it about 2/3 of the way up. They don't have to be very close together, but close enough so that a lot of the coffee does not come out. We don't mind a little bit coming out, but we just don't want a lot. That's about 2/3 of the way now. The second way is if you want to throw this into either your compost pile or just use it. Take some cotton thread and just sew it up. To me, this is a little bit harder. I normally just tear the staples out and throw it into my compost bin. But you can do it this way, and it's just as easy doing it this way. And you make it loose. You leave a little tail out behind so you don't need to worry about it going all the way through. And then you do this one the same way, the 2/3 of the way. Now we'll take our coffee bag and our spoon. We'll put it in there, and we want to make a big pocket. And I've taken coffee. This is not Folgers, it's just any kind of coffee, your preference of your coffee, any kind you like, if you like it dark, light, or anything. And you just take your coffee and you scoop it in there. You put a little bit of scoops in there, and then take your spoon and pack it down. You want to pack it down as hard as you can without tearing holes in it. And then just keep doing this until it is full. If you use like beans, just that is perfectly fine. I usually grind my beans a little bit rougher than ground coffee, but you can use beans just as easy as ground coffee. Okay, and then we'll staple it up all the way. And sometimes you get a little overflowing. And this is what I call the secret to my cold brew coffee, is now you have a coffee bag. You take this coffee bag and you take a jar. I normally do one of those pickle jars that's a little bit bigger than this, but this one will work fine. You take it and you fill it up with water. I use my water out of the refrigerator. I don't like using tap water. You don't have to have it room temperature. I just do it cold. And you fill it about almost all the way up. You stick your bag in. It doesn't matter if you get a little bit. And then you just seal it and you let it sit for 48 hours at least. Okay, it's been at least 48 hours, and we're back here now we're going to filter the coffee. See how dark the coffee has gotten in 48 hours. Really, really concentrated. You will have to dilute this. We do have another coffee filter. I have dampened it, and I have a large funnel. We will put the coffee filter in and try to poke it down as well as you can, because when you pour the coffee in, it will mess up if you don't. And then we'll put the coffee filter and funnel in my jar. It could be any kind of jar. And then we'll take the coffee and we'll fill it up to the top, just below the coffee filter. And then we'll sit and we'll wait and then come back a little bit later, fill it up again until this is all the way finished. And when you open this up the first time, you will notice there is a little film in there. Do not worry about the film, it will be filtered out. We filtered it all out. Got my coffee bag. There's two different ways we can do this. It can go in the garbage, or you can take the staples out and put it in your garden. The garden loves it. Now remember when I told you at the beginning, this is highly concentrated. So you're going to have to taste it and find out how strong you like it. As I said at the beginning, that I use a larger jar so that I don't have to dilute it. So I'm going to dilute this a little bit with just water out of the refrigerator. And then we're going to try it. I recommend storing it in glass jars because it doesn't absorb the coffee flavor. And that's it. Okay, now I'm ready to drink my coffee. I have made ice cubes out of coffee, and I'm having some iced coffee. gonna have a latte. I steamed the milk, hot coffee. Just plain coffee. Delicious, smooth. Or if I want a treat, I got me a frap. All of them delicious. No bitter aftertaste, no nothing. Delicious.